Hello students, this is step 2 of chapter 6 instruction. One of the things I forgot to mention in the last step was where to find the validator, but I'm sure you're all smart enough to figure out that if you type W3C validator in the Google search engine, it'll bring you to this site here. I'm sure you all found it okay, but I just wanted to mention that. One of the things I want to tell you is that in your assignment this week, you're going to be required to validate all of your pages, and they must be successful in order for you to get full credit. So as long as I see green, don't worry about the warnings. I don't care how many warnings you have. I will never take points off for warnings. As long as this is green up here, you'll get full credit. But I will show you how to get rid of one of these warnings. All that's saying is it needs pages recommend that you tell the browser which type of data you're using, and in this case we're using metadata. So I'm going to fix one of these warnings, and I'll show you why we can't fix the other one, but it's very simple. So I'm going to go back to lounge.html, and I'm going to open up doc type first, and then I'm going to take this meta code here, copy it, Control C, go back to lounge, and now this code goes in the head tag, not at the top of the page. Okay, so I'm going to, after title, I'm going to paste it here, Control S. Now before I forget, I'm going to go back and do the same thing to directions, save, and elixir, save. Okay, now I'm going to go back to doc type, Control A to select it all, Control C, go back to my validator, direct input, paste, and then check, and one of the warnings should go away. Now I only have one warning. The reason why I can't change that, it has something to do with direct input, and we're using direct input. So, like I said, don't worry so much about the warnings, because I won't take points off for those. Okay, so let's move forward now. We're going to put an icon on our page now. Since we have this green, we can now put the W3C validator icon on our page, which sometimes users say, wow, that's pretty cool. So we're going to take this code right here at the bottom of the page, copy it, and since we want our validator to be at the bottom of the page, I'm going to put it just before the closed body tag. Okay, Control S to save my changes. Now, when I refresh my browser, I have my little cool validator image right here. So do that, please. Okay, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to change to strict instead of loose. So let me show you how that's going to work. Let's start off with the lounge.html. So let's just simply change the word loose to strict. And this is what you're going to be validating in your assignment. And you'll see it in the assignment instructions that I'm asking you to validate strict, not loose. So we have strict here, Control S. And before I forget, I want to do the same thing for directions. Strict, Control S, and then elixir. Strict, Control S. So now we're going to go back to lounge, Control A, copy, go back to our validator, go back to direct input, paste the new code with the strict. Okay, check it, and it's going to be red again. Now here's why it's red. It's got one error. So let's go scroll down and see what the error is. Oh, so now we know that in order to validate HTML strict, our image tags need to be in a block quote tag, specifically a P tag. Okay, so all of your images are going to be in a P tag, unless they're inline images. If you want them inline, that's fine. But we need to have it in a P tag. So the all drinks needs to be in a P tag. So we're going to go back. We are going to open a P tag right here and close a P tag after the drink. Control S, Control A, Control C. Go back to the validator. Direct input. Paste our code again. Check, and it's green, and it's strict. Okay, so now we know that it's HTML strict validation. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to check our other pages just to make sure. So I'm going to go back to my notepad. I'm going to go to directions, strict. I don't have any images here, so this should, let's see what happens here. Control A, Control C to copy. Go to the validator, direct input, paste, and check. It's green. We're good. Let's go back to do one more. Elixir, Control A, Control C. Now I know this one's not going to validate. Okay, let's go back here. Direct input, right click, paste, check. We're going to see some red here. Ooh, 4 errors. And those are all because we have so many multiple images here. So we have to put this one in a p tag. Oh, this one doesn't have alt either. It's probably in a p tag, but doesn't have an alt tag. No alt tag, no alt tag. All right, so let's go back here and let's look at these. These images are actually in a p tag. Okay, so we don't have to worry about that. But we do have to include an alt. So, in order to fix this, we're going to put an alt on all of these images. So the alt we want to use for the first one is, we're just going to put space alt equals open quote green. Okay. Then we're going to go to the next one, and we're going to say alt equals open quote light blue. Then we'll go down to the next one, and we're going to say alt equals open quote blue. Then we're going to go to the last one, and we're going to say alt equals open quote red. Okay, everything else looks good. So Control S, Control A, Control C. Go back to my validator. Go back to the input, direct input, paste, and check. It's green. So now all 3 of my pages are green. All right. So that concludes step 2 and all of the instructions. Remember now, the assignment's going to require you to validate HTML strict using the validator. I'm going to check your code. As long as I see green, you're going to get full credit. I'm going to take points off for every time for every error that you have. So if you get stuck, because this can get tricky sometimes one little mistake will create 10 errors, and it's just a matter of fixing one little thing. So if you get stuck, send me an email and attach the document that you're having problems with. Look at it, let you know what the problem is, and we can straighten it out that way. But anyway, give it a shot on your own first, and good luck with week 6. Thank you.